All right. We've gone through phase three. Now let's talk about phase four. During phase four, again, the weight room volume is going way down. We're more in a maintenance phase of strength and power work. We've already developed those qualities. We've kind of peaked those. Now we want to maintain those where they're at, but our fitness needs to go way up, right? We need to be ready to start running a lot when Feb 1 comes around. So we got about 3 weeks to kind of top that off, and that's the goal of this phase, is to really get fit. So the formatting completely changes. So we go from Monday, Wednesday, Friday being high days to Monday, Wednesday, Friday being low days. So our weight room day is actually low. It's because the volume is so low in the weight room, now it's a low day. So it's not a high enough stimulus to create an adaptation where we need to recover from it. So it's actually going to be a low day. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're still in the weight room, but we're now going to do our tempos on Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the weight room. And then our Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is going to be all running, and it's going to be very much about fitness, okay? And that's going to be our high day. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we check out the videos for phase four. Every exercise is there. And then at the bottom of the exercise videos is the anaerobic threshold. So that is a fitness technique that we are going to be using. And so what you're going to do on week one to find out what pace, so everybody's pace is going to be a little bit different. So this technique has a test to it before we can start the technique. So on week one, on Tuesday, week one, anaerobic threshold, the test is a 6-minute track run. So you have to run around the track as fast as you can for 6 minutes and record the distance that you are able to complete during that 6 minutes. So a typical track is 400 meters. So figure out where you started, where you stopped, and how many meters that you were able to complete in the 6 minute. You're going to open up the AT Calculator Excel spreadsheet that is attached to the email with this program. In cell B2 under distance in meters, put that number in. So if, for example, if you were able to run let's say you got a full mile in the 6 minutes, you would have about a 1,600 meter, you'll have about 1,600 meters. So during the AT workout, your goal is to run at a pace of about 100 seconds per minute. So if you typed in that 1,600 meters, you hit enter, it's going to fill in the rest of the blocks in that worksheet, and it's going to give you your pace. So again, if you were able to do 4 laps and got 1,600 meters, your pace would be about 100 seconds per lap. So your goal is to run and finish 1 lap in 100 seconds. So you're going to have to wear a watch and track your pacing. So you can read those instructions there and figure out what your pace is, and then make sure you try to hit that pace. The anaerobic threshold technique is, again, it's not a max effort, but it's challenging. So you should be tired at the end, but you shouldn't be exhausted where you can't walk. So it's a high intensity activity, but it's not full intensity. So make sure you do the test, fill in the worksheet, and then use the pacing as prescribed. That's very important. So getting into the other energy system development, again, our tempo work now is in a maintenance phase, so we're not building that quality anymore. We're just trying to maintain it. So on our lift days, we do our lifts, and then we get into our tempo. So it's 3x8 at 100 yards. So the volume of that has gone down from the phase 3, and now we're just maintaining that quality. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are our high intensity days. So we're going to start those days with our speed work. Our speed work is going to be the same as last phase. We're not changing anything. We're just continuing to try to get faster by working on the technique and then running as fast as I can. The volume goes up a little bit, but the actual exercises and technique work does not. So we start with our speed work, and then we go into our alactic capacity shuttles. So last phase, we did the 60-yard shuttles. Now we're bumping that up to 80 yards. So we're just going to add 1 extra turn into our shuttle. So instead of going back and forth 3 times, we'll go back and forth 4 times for a total of 80 yards. Again, those will be, week 1 is 3x8, so the volume is going up. And we're going to stick with the 30-second recovery. So the recovery stays at 30 seconds throughout the whole phase. The volume does go up from 3x8 to 3x10. And then you're going to finish your workout with the anaerobic threshold. So after you do your test in week 1, plug in your numbers, and then that'll give you your pacing for the interval. So each lap will be about that 100 seconds. Again, if you were able to do the 1,600 meters, yours will be specific to you. So plug it in, use your pacing, and then complete the duration per round. So in week 1, for example, you have 2 rounds of 5 minutes. So you run around the track at your pace for 5 minutes, and then however much you complete in that 5 minutes will be determined by what your pacing is. Take a 3 to 5 minute break and then do another round. Again, though, that volume does go up week to week. So that would be your Tuesday workout. So you do your speed work, you do your shuttles, and then you do your threshold work. That is a lot of running in one day. But again, we need to start getting ready to kind of mimic a real practice and a real game, so that way our legs are there and ready to go, and we're not building injuries because of fatigue and not having that tolerance to the impact. So make sure you build that up and get those workouts in. Again, so Thursday is very similar to Tuesday, same thing. And then on Saturday, a little less volume, but we're doing our lactic capacity. So this is a lot more. So again, the 80-yard shuttle will probably take you 10 to 12, maybe 15 seconds top. The lactic capacity shuttles, the 300 yards, is going to take you closer to the minute. This is preparing you for the lactic test, or the 300 shuttle test that we do. So again, on Saturday, we're going to start with our speed work, and then we're going to do 3 300-yard shuttles. In week 1, you get 3-minute rest. In week 2, you get 2 minutes. And then in week 3, you only get 1.5 minutes, which is going to very much mimic what you're going to do for the test. So the volume's a little bit higher than what you'll do for the test, but the shuttles themselves are the same. So this is going to prepare you for the 300 shuttle test. So make sure you get those in. But then that's all I'm asking you to do on Saturday. So it'll be a quick workout. That'll give you your legs a little bit of rest on Saturday. Then you have off day Sunday, and then you're back after it again on Monday. Again, the speed work stays the same. The volumes change a little bit, but the speed work and technique stay the same. And then in Monday, in the weight room, again, the volume goes way down here, guys. Very just maintenance, just enough to maintain the qualities that we built in the last 3 phases. We're not trying to push those numbers up anymore. We're just trying to maintain what we have. So that should be pretty self-explanatory. 2 little circuits, do 1A, 1B, 1C, take a little bit of recovery as needed, and then go back through it. And then you have a little bit of a finisher, a little bit less volume, but again, now the duration goes up higher. So this is more of a lactic technique. So you're going to start to feel the burn. This is getting you prepared to be able to handle that burning sensation and be able to buffer the lactate that we develop during those longer intervals. So in week 1, you're doing 15 seconds, and then that builds up to 20 seconds. So 1 round of 10 reps at the duration that is prescribed with a 30-second break. So in week 1, you do 15 seconds of squat jumps, take a 30-second break. That's one set. You do that 10 times, and then that progresses week to week. Wednesday is very similar again, and now we're sticking with the plyometric push-ups. And again, that time goes up a little bit, and it should be a little bit more lactic. You should really feel burn during these exercises. And then Friday is a little bit different. We are no longer working on max strength in this phase. This is going to be more speed work. So make sure you use the 65 to 70% RM for the exercise. So on the speed deadlift on 1A, it says 65 to 70%. So whatever you worked up to for your top set of deadlifts of 3 reps, you should be able to plug that in. Just Google 1RM calculator, put in the amount of weight that you did and the amount of reps that you did, and that'll calculate your 1RM, and then you take 65 to 70% of that, and that gives you your weight for the exercise. It's not heavy. This is going to be very light, and you should be very explosive, though. So we want the bar to move very fast to make sure you're using the appropriate weight and not trying to use too much and then slow you down on the bar speed. So we have speed work, and then some plyometrics, and then bench speed work, and some med ball work, and then some accessory work. Should be self-explanatory. And then again, the conditioning for Friday is the same pretty much as Monday, but we are now doing alternating split squat jumps instead of the kettlebell jumps. I think that should be about it. If you have any questions on anything, please let me know. I am available via email or phone or text. So if you need an exercise replaced, you don't have a piece of equipment, or you don't understand something, reach out. Good luck.